everyone, my name is John Quixote, and today we are going to Loo Loo Land. And by going to Loo Loo Land, I mean we're going to be watching episode 2 of season 1. I kind of did that backwards, but I saved it at the end, right? This episode has one of my favorite songs, actually probably my favorite song from this series in it. And you probably already know which one it is because I've mentioned it before. So is that going to change where it ranks? Does it make it the best episode? We will find out. But let's jump into it and go to Loo Loo Land.
Thea, what troubles you, my owlet?
Daddy! I had a dream. A really bad dream.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting it to take this sudden shift in the second episode where we focus on Stolas and his daughter. It seemed really weird after we started getting to know like Blitz, Moxie, and Millie and Luna that they would focus on them right away. I mean, I don't dislike it. In fact, with the way that Helluva Boss has turned out, I mean, I think it was for the best that they introduced Stolas a little bit more heavily this early on.
A nightmare.
I was looking all over the palace, and I couldn't find you anywhere.
By the way, baby Octavia, it's so precious.
You weren't there.
There, Thea, it's okay. You're okay. When you're scared and you don't know where I am, you must remember, no matter what happens to me, I will never be far away from my special little starfire.
Love this song. Love this song so much.
In the dark, it always feels so stark. How silence grows under the moon. Constellations gone so soon. I used to think that I was bold. I used to think love would be fun. Now all my stories have been told, except for one. As the stars start to align, I hope you take it as a sign that you'll be okay. Everything will be okay. And if the 7 rings collapse, although the day could be my last, you will be okay. When I'm gone, you'll be okay. And when creation goes to die, you can find me in the sky upon the lost day, and you will be okay.
I love that song so much. I really do. Like, it blew me away the first time I watched this episode and that song happened. And I mean, I listened to it several times, and I mean, it brought me to tears as well. I don't cry often, and there's nothing wrong with crying. And usually it's music that tends to move me to the point where if I feel a song is really well, touches me really deeply, I mean, it will cause me to well up and I'll begin to cry. Usually it's music that speaks to me, like usually in a state of being, or it feels like something I'm going through. It will like resonate with me on a spiritual level, and it'll move me so much. And I mean, this song really spoke to me. It was kind of something I needed at the time too. Not going too much into details, but with things that were going on with my mom, with her going through cancer, and knowing how it was all going to end. And actually, when this one came out, I believe my mom had already passed away. So I mean, it was honestly something I needed, because I mean, aside from my mom, my sister's the only family I really have left. I mean, I have aunts and uncles, but it's not like, you know, your immediate family. All I have left is my sister. So, I mean, my dad passed away, and then 2020, my mom passed away due to cancer. And so this honestly, it hit me, and it hit me pretty hard, and it was very impactful. Let me just say that it was very impactful, and it's something I needed at that time.
You want to fuck this one too?
No, of course not.
You are a goddamn embarrassment. I'm not spending another moment looking at your pathetic...
Now, to be perfectly honest, she is rightfully, you know, justified in this moment before we actually got to know how much of just a piece of shit she is. Just based off the information that we knew at this point, she totally justified in her reaction to Stolas sleeping with Blitz. I don't believe in cheating. If you're in a relationship with someone, you're with that person. You don't cheat. You don't cheat on people that are supposed to be special in your life, who are going to be important in your life. If you feel like you need to cheat, just leave the relationship. And like I said, in this moment before we know all the other stuff, I mean, it still doesn't make his cheating all right, but her anger right here comes across justified. Now later on, we find out that there's more to it than just that, and that she's just a bitch. But in this moment, it all makes sense why she would be as angry and pissed and vitriolic as she is right here.
Imp sucking face!
You know what I haven't done in a long, long time? I haven't taken you to your favorite place in all of hell.
It's a Loo Loo Land? I hope it's Loo Loo Land.
Why don't we go to Loo Loo Land?
Yeah!
I'm not 5 anymore.
You always were so happy when I took you to Loo Loo Land. What do you say we go there again? Have a day.
Sorry, I was just wanting to get a better look at this picture right here because, I mean, yeah, Stolas and Octavia really look happy here. Stella doesn't look like... She doesn't look upset. She doesn't look like she's... I mean, she's got her arms crossed, but, I mean, she doesn't look displeased. I mean, she doesn't look necessarily happy, but she doesn't look like she's... It looked like there was once something there between them. Granted, later on, we kind of find out that no, there never really was, but this picture right here just kind of tells a different story. But I mean, you can also just kind of see it there that she looks like maybe she's not as happy as it appears in the picture just because she's got her arms crossed and everything. I don't know.
I'm calling the only man who can me.
What?
Who can protect me? Us. Being part of the Goetia family is rather valuable, you know.
Why, hello, my big dick Blitzy.
What?
The fuck? Dad!
Language, everyone. I have a special request.
Oh, look, I just had a chemical peel, so you'll have to find someone else's face to plant that feathered ass.
It's for my daughter.
Ah, well, make sure she washes it.
No! I'll pay you.
Pay me what?
Money.
Done!
So easy to please, Blitz. Just money. Just money. I mean, granted, that would make just about anyone happy. It's just money. Granted, not necessarily willing to go all the way like that for it.
Now remember, this is work and work only. Me and my crew are not here to satisfy your perverted bird needs, all right?
Hey, Dad, do we have to...
Okay, hold on right there, sweetie. If you try fucking my little ass in that park, I swear to
You are so cute when you are serious.
I think the only reason why Octavia is not enjoying this right now is because she's going there with her dad. I mean, if she was going there with like a group of friends, I'm pretty sure her demeanor would be completely different. Because yeah, going to amusement parks and theme parks, when you're just going out of obligation because you have to, it's not gonna necessarily be a good time. Now, if you're going with a group of people just to hang out and have fun with, yeah, you're gonna have a way different time than if you're just going with, like, say, your mom or your dad or something like that. So I think given that attitude, it makes sense why Octavia is a little not so pleased with the situation. But Millie still looks like she's enjoying the situation.
Literally gonna be sick.
Oh, crumbs. I knew today would be a lot. What do you need? Antacids, ibuprofen, morphine?
That.
Moxie's taking up my role whenever I go out somewhere with a group of people. Usually I try to be prepared for everything, anything, all things. Except for the right thing. I never have the right thing.
was figurative, old man.
Oh, right. But she said it was literal.
Wow! I haven't been to this place since I was a tot! It hasn't changed a bit. Oh! Look! It's big wobbly!
That is deeply upsetting.
And loud. That was very loud. Holy sh... That about blew out my eardrums.
Through this park is just a really shameless spin-off of Lucifer's far more popular Loo Loo World.
No?
This place reeks of insecure corporate shame.
Why don't we go check out the rides?
I just gotta say, I like these carousel horses. I kind of wish, well, I mean, I guess they're not all horses, like that's a Triceratops. But man, why can't we have those in the real world? I'd ride a lot more carousels if they had, like, Triceratopses or mini-eyed demon horses.
Don't talk to me. I know you're a pervert under there.
I mean, aren't we all?
Yeah.
I mean, that much for a novelty cup that you use one time?
'Cause it's Loo Loo Land!
You don't just use it one time. You take it home and then you use it that one time and you never use it again, actually, yeah.
How about I take the first watch while you two have a little...
I kind of want one of them shirts, though. That white shirt with the red skull apple. Hell yeah.
We gotta do my favorite ride!
Oh yeah? Which one?
Me. Blitz taking it way too seriously. I mean, fair enough. But he's taking it a little bit too seriously. Like, he doesn't have to go all, like, you know, secret agent. He can just be bodyguard, you know, stick around them. And that probably would do a lot better than just kind of skulking around, actually.
Oh, look, Thea! You used to cry such tears of joy at this show. Oh,
Yeah, see, clowns, even the kids, are terrifying. You don't know what's behind that face, but Grant, I used to play Carnival all the time in the arcades, and that had, like, you know, that floating head clown. I mean, I love horror. I love creepy. I like things that are creepy and disturbing and stuff like that. It probably doesn't say a lot for my psyche, but I love horror and I love stuff like that. So I would have hated something like this as a kid because I was a puss as a kid. I was a right out puss. Now, as I got older, I got more into that sort of stuff and was more into, like, real horror. And not to get sidetracked too much here, but I mean, I feel like there's a lot wrong with horror nowadays, where a lot of things aren't as scary. But that's probably for another video. We might do that as another video. I might do that as another video.
Hey, in place, it's me, the robotic Fizzarolli.
I really do like Fizzarolli's design, especially in the robotic version. It just adds that extra level of creepiness to it. Robots on their own, not creepy. Clowns on their own, not creepy, though you can make them easily creepy. Robotic clowns, you got it. You got it right there.
Step right up and win a thing.
Oh, look, Moxie! A thing!
Oh,
I kind of want that thing. I collect interesting plushes. I've got quite a few interesting plushes. So I kind of want that one. Usually, fair games, nah, it ain't worth it. You might as well just buy the thing because, I mean, usually you end up paying more for the thing than the thing is worth.
oh, you like that thing?
Then the games are rigged.
Yes, I don't really know what that thing is, but I want that thing!
Ow, strike one, little man. But I hit it. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. The target, see? It didn't go down.
I mean, carnival games, as they are, usually a scam anyways. I mean, some you can do better in than others, but some are just, like, completely rigged to where you ain't gonna win shit. But, I mean, I'd have to imagine a carnival in hell would be even rigged more than any. So why would you even try? Why would you even try?
The heavens wrong with this thing? Oh, man, a real shame, I tell you.
I would have shot him.
Sing along with the Loo Loo Band, every boy, every girl.
You gotta feel sorry for Octavia. She's just in pure torture. She's just waiting for it all to be over.
Bitch, I make more money killing people than you do being a cheap-ass robo ripoff of an overrated sellout jester!
Ooh, someone's salty. Real or not, though, people love me. Does anybody love you?
And that's kind of, because at the end of episode 8 of season 1, I mean, this is kind of what it harkens back to, kind of what Robotic Fizzerali was saying right there. In the end, will anyone love you, Blitzo? Oh, woo.
No, but I'm really good with guns now. Dance, bitch!
And that's the thing, he's not taking it to heart right now. But just because a situation in the time being doesn't actually affect you, that doesn't mean later on it won't end up showing its roots, where it's taken root. You don't notice necessarily when the seed is planted, but later on when that seed starts to grow, you look back and you reflect on it, and it's a whole hell of a worse time.
Wow, man, you're really starting to make this sad. You know, if you suck, you suck. Guess you won't win your hottie here a prize.
I'm telling you, just put the money down, take the gun, pop him in the head. Just do it.
I take it you are not having fun.
I didn't even want to come here.
I'm sorry, sweetie. I thought you loved it here.
I mean, she did when she was a kid, but I mean, right now, her world is falling apart around her. Her mom and dad are going through severe marital issues. No one's paying her really any attention, and not really even listening to her. It's not a good time for her. It's not a good place for her.
When I was a kid and my parents didn't hate each other. My dad didn't flirt with some weird red dickhead the entire time.
And that's another thing. She's afraid that she's going to be losing her dad in all of this. That she's going to lose her dad to Blitz.
I'm sorry, Via. I'm sorry for everything happening right now. I know it's a lot. I should have listened.
I just want to go home. But home doesn't even feel like home anymore. You ruined it.
You need to understand. Your mother and I felt she's always been. I haven't been. We weren't in.
I feel soulish right there. Whenever it comes to like trying to explain your emotions and what you're going through, especially trying to make it relatable to someone else, or not going, knowing the proper, kind of like what I'm doing right now. I don't know what the fuck to say. It's like I feel what I need to say, but I don't know how to actually change those feelings into actual words, if that makes sense. That's kind of what like Stolas is going through right now, is he knows what he's feeling and he's having a hard time actually putting those feelings to word to explain things, to try to make things better. It's like there's something there, but you don't know how to get it out.
I'm sorry, I don't have the words.
And sometimes that's the only thing you can say, is you don't have the words. That you're sorry you don't have the words. That eventually you'd like to be able to express what you're trying to say, but right now you just can't. And that doesn't always lead to a very happy or a conducive ending for things, but sometimes that's all you can do.
Are you gonna run off with him?
And that's what she's really afraid of. She's afraid of losing her dad.
And leave me behind? Go away where I can't find you?
What? No, never. I'd never do that. Never. I think it's time to leave this place. You were right. You are too old for it anyway.
Honestly, I really do like the dynamic between Octavia and Stolas a lot more than Luna and Blitz. I mean, Blitz obviously loves Luna, but Luna just does not, and I don't know if that's with her being a hellhound, if that's just in her nature, but she just too much hell to Blitz for someone who truly cares about her. And Luna's one of the few people that Blitz actually cares about. But to see that connection where you can obviously tell that Stolas and Octavia do care about each other, and they're worried about each other, and what this whole situation is going to be possibly causing in their relationship as father and daughter.
Way to ruin another good thing, sir.
Worth it! That slutty toy clown had it.
I never noticed that before. Millie is getting taken away. Whatever that thing was, it's dragging Millie away. What the fuck? So yeah, Loo Loo Land is where we first start seeing like the relationship drama stuff really come front and center. First time watching this episode, I was not expecting it to take this turn. I was expecting it to be another episode where they had an assassination. But in the second episode, they already kind of flipped that narrative on its head. To where they start focusing more on the interpersonal relationships between like Stolas and Blitz, Stolas and Stella, Stolas and his daughter Octavia. Actually, it pretty much all Stolas relations. I mean, it's a heavy turn for what was first promoted to us as imps being hired to kill people in the real world. I mean, this was not anything that I was expecting when first watching through this. And it was quite a dramatic change from expectations. And like I said, it has my favorite song from the series in there. The song that Stolas sings, Octavia, is just so beautiful. It's just so wonderful. And it makes it really hard to, because I love that song. And I love Fizzaroli. I love the robotic Fizzaroli. How much of a sarcastic asshole. And they pull off the creepy robotic clown thing just perfectly. But alright, now we need to jump into where are we going to place Loo Loo Land? Because everyone loves Loo Loo Land. And honestly, this one is going to be kind of hard for me to actually place because I think this actually does belong in top tier. But the question is, where top tier? Is it possibly the best episode? Second episode into season 1. Are we already into best episode territory? Maybe. I'm not sure. There's still some things, like the overall episode itself is aight. So I really don't think it belongs in the best position. But I do believe it is very high ranking just because of the song and some of the characterization in there and the direction that it decided to take, show us the direction that Helluva Boss was going to eventually be going into. So I do believe it's going to be ranked pretty high. So right now we're going to go middle of best. And honestly, I could see it going either way depending on how these episodes end up coming out. But for right now, I think we're pretty safe putting it top of middle best. Because yeah, it's a lot better than the first episode. Once again, first episode very enjoyable. Pilot, all right, but not exceptional. But the second episode, I think, does so much better than the first episode. And like I said, that song is so good. Oh. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good place for it. So now we've got another episode in our belt. And we've been to Loo Loo Land, because everyone loves Loo Loo Land. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you think that placement, maybe it's a little too high, maybe it's a little too low. Where would you place it on the ranking scale? And what do you think about that song? Is it your favorite song too from the series? Let me know. And don't forget, all these buttons down here. I'm going the wrong direction. All these buttons down here. Each one of them, they can be pressed, and you should probably press them if they haven't been pressed before. There's a like, there's a dislike if you didn't like the video, which if you don't like the video and you got to this point, thank you for watching anyways, still appreciate you. But if you like it, thank you, I appreciate you even more. And if you subscribe, hell appreciate you. And don't forget, there's also a notification bell down there too, if you want to be notified anytime a video of mine does get released. But until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!